Let him talk,
man.
man.
You're getting excited here. I know it's your sexuals implying you're the sex rabbi.
Oh my god.
Dude. Gone sexual. The media, more and more people start being like, at first, like in 2000s, like, oh yeah, of course those guys are terrorists. Now it's like, are they? Like a lot of people are like, are they terrorists? Like it's happening. It's like, bro, you can't keep lying.
You asked me the source.
Which website?
You asked me the source.
Al Jazeera?
No.
Bro, just imagine they start fucking each other.
That Shmuley looks like you give some mean head, man. You know what I mean?
You've asked me a question, right?
Figuratively
And
and literally, bro.
Okay,
Those fucking eyebrows.
The
Man.
Guardian has reported.
People. Rabbi Shmuley,
I'd like to start off by mentioning they literally look the exact same.
In America is the international
Dude, look at their beards. It's like the same thing, man. It's like, I hate this guy. Like, it's the classic Futurama, like Jack Johnson, John Jackson, like the two political candidates and the same person. I strongly disagree. It's like John Jackson. Jack Johnson is terrible. John Jackson is like literally the same.
Passionate, influential people, very opposing views, and we're going to have a proper debate, and we're going to see if
Proper debate. Pause it for a
sec,
dude. Dude, it's like the way he's like proper debate. It's just, I don't know, man. It's like you're a teacher in a classroom. There's just two kids. You just cannot, dude. For the love of like, there's like the fuck ups, man. And it's like we're gonna have like a proper debate, and it's like two of them, like one's wearing like fucking like, you know what I mean? He's going like Ed Hardy and shit, and just like this, and the other one's just like wearing like, I don't know, like some like fucking like skateboard outfit and like this, you know what I mean? Like DC and, you know, all that shit, like long hair, listening to fucking System of a Down, and it's like, you know, they're not well behaved. It's funny. He's like, when he says like we're gonna have a proper debate, and you look at them, they just look like they're just sitting like that, dude. It's like, oh, here we go, man. You know what I mean? All right, let's go.
Than we first imagined. So thank you for joining me, gentlemen. We tossed a coin before we came on air tonight. Actually, you won the toss.
Bro, the fact you have to toss a coin to like see who talks first, like, you know, it's not.
And the way this will work,
my brother, bro.
We have 4 sections. And at the start of each one, you'll both get
pause. We're gonna need a lot of pauses, dude. I swear to God, if you like take away the studio, like, all right, we're gonna want like a 20-minute break. Everyone's leaving, dude. Cameras are off. Like, these two are like literally, and you just leave like 2 knives, man. Like, you're gonna kill each other, man. It's like there's people in the room. We're safe. Okay. He didn't. He's like my brother, and the guy's just like
the themed titles of each book. So you go first, and at the end of your minute, you'll hear a sound, and when you hear that, you end, and then Rabbi Shmuley gets his chance to speak.
Bro, they literally look the same, man.
It's a simple one.
I just want to add the fact that they have to have like a 1-minute button sound thing to keep.
Oh, they have that?
Yeah, Piers just said that.
That's some like Donald Trump debate shit, man.
So
keep
like
talking over it
because you know they're gonna try to talk over each other.
Are Hamas to blame? You have a minute, Mohammed, from now.
From one perspective, Hamas started the battle because obviously from October 7th, even they themselves title it Tufan al-Aqsa or the flooding of al-Aqsa. But from another perspective, if you really look at it from an international law perspective, we're talking about 1967, we're talking about Security Resolution 242, in which it is actually stated that
the Muslim Ben
Israel
Shapiro is just talking
belligerent
fast.
state because they're occupying the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and Gaza. And they have been, so therefore the war has been continual for a very long time according to international law. But let's remove Hamas from the situation altogether. Let's remove them. What do you have? You have the West Bank. And what do you have in the West Bank? You have 187 children who have been put in prisons. They have been put in prisons according to...
Okay, we're like yelling off the bat.
Yeah.
You have 44 children before October the 7th that have been killed before...
Like,
Dude, I gotta say something,
I'm
bro.
not laughing at what's happening. I'm laughing at his fucking emotions coming.
That's what I was gonna say, dude. It's funny because both the Israelis and the Muslims in general, when they have a point, because like they both believe God's on their side, they have a tendency to do like this shit, like, and the truth, you know, like, and I proclaim. It's like, and Israel has a right to defend itself and murder children. It's like literally like, it's like they do this, you know, like, I'm telling you.
It's like authority.
That's the like what the problem starts, man. Maybe you shouldn't go like this unless it's like the law stipulates. It's like, okay, whoa, this guy's like knows his shit, you know? Like, I've done scientific experiments multiple times to confirm this. It's like, oh, okay. You know, it's like, bro, it's like this book that was written says, it's like, you know, it's like, I don't know, man. Okay. But children are in prison. I'm just like, it's funny, but like, it's not. Okay, let's go.
Oh, man.
4 October the 7th in just 2023 alone. So if you remove Hamas from the equation, what you have the West Bank. You remove dominance from the equation, you have the West Bank, and what you have occupation, you have settlement, which you condemned, rightfully so. You condemned that on your show. The settlement's there.
Okay. Rabbi Shmuley.
Oh my God.
Resolution 242.
Is that the time?
This is like, dude, this is like, they can't behave. So it's like, okay, resolution 242 says this, and therefore Hamas is bad. And it's like, like, it's like, bro, let them talk, man. I know they can't. That's the problem. Just don't have them on together.
Oh, man.
And that's where the whole problem starts with, man, but not really, man.
It's a
I'm
brief
just gonna
disagreement.
Let me just-
Animation that I
it's literally, bro. Okay, I'm just gonna say something, man. I don't give a fuck about the history or any of that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck if like a million years ago, like Persians conquered the whole world. It's like, dude, like it's ours, man. It's like it was ours. It's like, dude, it was. Now it's not, buddy. Like, sorry about that. But like that was thousands of years ago. In modern day times, if Russia just like takes over Ukraine and shit, it's like, oh, it's like times have changed a bit, man. You can't just take that. But the reality is they do take that, but it comes with a big cost, which the cost is like you are the aggressor, you are the invader, you are the occupier. But that's one part, is taking over land. Like, sure, like Turkey technically took over parts of Greece, which is like now Istanbul, blah, 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 is a big thing. But it's like, dude, that was like in the 18th century-ish. And then Russia's doing it modern day, but Israel has occupied over like, I'd say like 70 years, something like that. But it's not so much about the occupying, it's more about you trying to wipe out an entire people. That's where the problem comes with. You can't really do that. Like, you know, China was like putting like people in these camps and everyone made an uproar, but like Israel is literally like systematically trying to like, you know, kill Palestinians. So that's like not okay, basically. Like, and I don't know, man, this whole idea that these guys can't talk to each other and shit, it's just like, he's not the guy to put on the show. I am. It's somebody who's like literally like, I'm not even like Muslim, bro. Like, technically, I guess I am. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, it's literally, if this guy's like, okay, here's why we have to kill the Palestinians based off logic. I'm like, I'm all ears, man. But it's like, that's fucked. But like, let's hear it, man. But like, these guys lie, and they're like, no, that's not what we're doing. It's like, bro, you're murdering Palestinians. You're literally killing. You're carpet bombing the whole region. You're not letting food, water, and shit. You're doing bad things. Just like literally put the mask on. Like, we're evil, but here's why. It has a reason. They're also savages. Like, oh, okay. Like, now I'm like sort of all ears, man. Like, but don't lie. It's like literally like I'm like abusing my wife. She has like black eyes and shit. I'm like, no, I didn't do it. No. It's like, you did it, man. You're a piece of shit. You're like abusing them. You're doing this. But like, I'm waiting for the truth, man. Like, uncover the mask. Evil. You're literally the modern Nazis. But why? I want them to be like, because if we don't do it, they'll do it to us. Or like, if we let them in, they'll like destroy us from within. Like, the only like, just tell me the truth. More like, I'm more open that way. Don't lie to me, man. None of this bullshit. You know what I mean?
It's almost you're almost.
I've seen the videos.
You'd have more respect if they just said the truth rather than like you think they're lying.
It's just like, we all know you're lying. It's enough, man. Like, every 5 years that like something like this happens, it gets the media, more and more people start being like, at first like in 2000s, like, oh yeah, of course those guys are terrorists. Now it's like, are they? Like, a lot of people are like, are they terrorists? Like, it's happening. It's like, bro, you can't keep lying, dude. You know you're killing children and babies. There's videos, literally live footage. You're like blowing up hospitals. None of them have Hamas bases. It's like, you're stopping gas and electricity and water. Apart from that, you occupied them for 75 years. You've systematically like denied them a bunch of shit. You're racist. You make fun of them on TikTok. You're like, you have an apartheid and genocidal nature, and it's been upheld by the United Nations, and it's according to international law. You are doing these things. You are literally doing war crimes according to international law. You're committing genocide according to international law. These are all things that have happened. It's too late to deny it, man. You have carpet bombed Gaza, man, because Hamas did some shit. But you've occupied them for 75 years. You expect some shit, brother. Like, when the British took over Ireland, some shit happened. Some car bombs went off, man. Irish car bombs. Yum, yum. Boom, boom. Happens, right? That's what happens when you fucking suffocate someone. They're gonna like, stab you in the neck, man. Like, it happens, brother. But enough of that, like, oh, I'm a victim. It's like, okay, but you're like, you're not. You're the evil, like, you'd be the Empire and these guys are the Resistance. You get it? Like, they are the Hobbits and you're the fucking, like, Uruk-hai. Like, you're Saruman. Like, you're evil. You're bad. Why are you bad? Why is Saruman doing this? Tell me, man. Like, why? Like, give me the truth. None of this bullshit, man. Like, just like, dude, we're genociding and we're trying to like annihilate these people, but here's why. Now I'm like, okay, you have more than a chance to get me, but that's just me, man.
It's like, please just tell me why you're racist.
Literally, you're like you're an ethno state. Sorry about that, buddy. Like, okay, let's go. And again, I fucking don't like. I'm not a Muslim. I don't even fucking like. I don't say I don't like Muslims. Like, I'm sort of like, I get it. I get how like maybe the other side also has like that's why I would be the guy to be on the show, man. But I'd be like, bro, like, I don't hate you because of like I'm not a part of this conflict personally, so I'm the guy to be here. But as a human, what you're doing is disgusting, and it's morally like reprehensible. And like, why are you doing it? And don't lie. Like that's about it. This whole like yelling back and forth, this is gonna get nowhere because one guy's gonna be like, according to 1998, no. This guy's gonna be like, well, we had the land 10,000 years ago when dinosaurs roamed the earth. It's like, bro,
yeah, because
why are you murdering the children? Done.
The discussion's only constructive when it's not limited by personal beliefs or set world points, right?
Exactly, bro.
And obviously these guys are not going to be open-minded enough to try to listen to each other regardless of their polar opposite opinions and fair, you could call it, I guess, their anecdotal experiences, but
yeah, I agree. And I think that happens to every argument, bro. I think it's a good habit in debates to always refer to the opponent as my friend. Like they do that in law courts in Canada. Lawyers tend to call them my friend. It's like, because at the end of the game, respect the game, bro. Respect the debate. But this is not respecting the debate. This is two individuals just, you know what I mean? Like if you leave a knife and leave for 30 minutes, bro, they're going to kill each other. Like it's like, This is not a debate, man. And this guy right here I already know he's going to deny. And that guy might acknowledge that Hamas did some fucked up shit, but this guy will never acknowledge that like they're literally like killing babies and shit. He's just going to like gaslight it onto other shit. It's like, bro, you can't. I get it. You can't be like, we're killing them because of this reason. Maybe I get it, man. But yeah, they're killing kids. So that's the point. Let's just see what he says.
Single thing about aggression or aggressor, that is a total fabrication, and it speaks about disputed territories. But let's be clear. The occupier of Gaza is Hamas. They won an election in 2006, had a civil war with Mahmoud Abbas, took the Palestinian Authority officials, threw them off buildings, killed Muslims, killed Arabs.
Look, he's doing it too.
God told me to go to Gaza. He's terrified of Hamas. He hasn't been there since 2007. And let's be clear, Hamas is an abomination to Islam.
But I side with the genocided.
The greatest Muslim conqueror of all time, after whom the main artery in Gaza is named. He said that you have to allow all prisoners to be redeemed. He would never hold hostages. And remember, Islam is about fair treatment of prisoners of war. Hamas beheaded
pause for a second. Pause for a
second. Your last appearance.
Put Hitler's speech over this guy and mute himself and just put Hitler's speech over him and look at his hand gestures. Like literally, they're all like.
Oh my!
I'm not gonna say more than that, but
hang on, let me search that. What was it?
Muslims killed Arabs. Abomination to Islam. Sultan Salah al-Din, the greatest Muslim.
Stop playing. Okay, hold on. Hitler's speech. Dude, I love that it just like showed
put this
up
online, man. Just put the vocals and get rid of it. Now blast this. Now go on his thing and mute him. Dude, it's fucked. Because they were literally genuine victims during that period.
Yeah.
And now they're doing the same thing, bro. On a smaller scale, but no, in proportion to the population of Palestinians, literally more or
Holy
the same.
Shit.
You guys are doing the same shit. Bullied become the bullied, man. Holy fuck, bro. Have some compassion.
Since 2007.
Shout out to all the literal Jews who stand against like, the actions of Israel.
Sultan Salah al-Din, the greatest Muslim conqueror of all time, after whom the main artery in Gaza is named. He said that you have to allow all prisoners to be redeemed. He would never hold hostages. And remember, Islam is about
this guy's projecting all of the blame onto Hamas.
Yeah.
So you fucked over these people. Like, the Palestinians obviously are not with this guy. Like, yo, fuck you, man. But he's trying to say, no, within you, they're to blame. But it's like, bro, you can't do that. You can't, like, starve the Irish for, like, a couple, you know what I mean? And then they have these, like, IRA, and then the IRA are to blame. That's why we're invading you. It's the IRA. It's like, no, the IRA, just a symptom of, like, what you've been doing. You know what I mean? That's not fair, bro. Sure, like, there's microisms that you can, like, pinch out, but that's what I mean. He's like, they're pinching it like, oh, dude, it's like, dude, mask off, man. Why are you doing it for real? You know, that's what I want.
Tie non-Jewish workers. You asked your last appearance here for
He
real
likes to point at him a
first-hand
lot
sources.
so far.
I'm the first-hand source. I saw it in Kibbutz Alumim.
This guy's not even like
They
acknowledging
raped
his
women.
presence.
They had sex
Some, like,
with dead
Ishmael
women's
dish.
bodies. They are evil, and
he
do the
swear?
right thing and call them
Time's
evil.
up.
All right.
Time's up. Time's up.
Okay, we've got a passionate start. Mohammed, let me ask you about Hamas.
I want to first, before you do that, I want to commend you, Piers, honestly, because bringing me on for the second time, I have to commend you. And the fact that you actually condemned the settlements is very good. But people want to know,
Yeah, kiss his ass a little.
do you think the idea
Well,
of a
Piers is
terrorist
sort of
organization-
honestly fucked up saying I like
no.
Piers, man.
You don't
I think Piers is
they're a
cool.
terrorist-
I think
okay,
he's
well,
a
if you
good
look
guy.
at the UN definition of terrorist organization, they say
Piers.
killing civilians
What did he say?
Piers.
for
Yeah.
political
So you
gain.
asked me
Why
my
they're not?
opinion.
No, but if
I don't
the
think
UN
they are
definition,
terrorist.
according to the UN definition, is killing civilians for political objectives. Why are they not terrorist
Well,
organizations?
well, you've asked me a straight question. I
He's
don't
basically
think they are
paused for a
terrorists.
second.
So when you see babies like this, the ones who
It's
kill,
He's pause. He's saying exactly they can't even show it, but that's the reality. He's saying if you're killing, so the definition of terrorism is killing civilians, like a civilian population to incite fear to move forward on political goals.
Yeah.
So, for example, when you can't win a war, you'll like bomb the civilians, so the civilians will like pressure the government to like end the war or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's terrorism. So 9/11, you know, you destroy the Twin Towers to incite fear, to make America, I don't do whatever. So by definition, Israel obviously over the last, like, let's just say 10 years, 5 years, 20, any period of time except like the beginning of Palestine, maybe 1 year, but like over the whole course of time has been killing much more civilians than they have. Like if Hamas in this year killed like 1,000 Israelis, Israel over the last 20 years has killed probably, I don't know, I'm just throwing it out, like 50 times that amount. Like the ratio is like 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 100 to 1. It's like literally for like one person of Israel that gets terrorized, like 100 Palestinians. So he's like, if Hamas is a terrorist organization, why isn't the Israeli like military and terrorist organization? Because they're literally doing the same thing. They're killing civilians. That's what he's saying.
Horrific.
the ones who kill babies like
With
this are not
G-Shock.
terrorists.
It's horrific.
So the
Can
people
I-
who kill
can I
babies
be
like this are not
clear?
terrorists.
Well, let me respond.
Yes.
Let me respond. We'll
Yeah.
both,
not your turn.
You can both get into this. Here's my response to that. And I thought carefully
Oh,
about this.
yeah.
I'll be very honest about my own feelings. I have a real moral quandary about this because as a father, I hate these scenes of kids being killed in Gaza. It's horrific, right? We all know it's
Look at the
horrific.
guy. Look at the other
Terrorist
guy. He doesn't give a
organization.
fuck.
I'm
dude.
about to explain to you what I think my position is. My position is after what happened on October the 7th, it was so barbaric, so disgusting.
So you can kill children.
Well, no, what you can do.
That's exactly what terrorists say, by
Let me
the way.
answer your
This is,
question.
this is not a
Hang on,
debate.
exactly
This,
what
this is
terrorists are.
someone
Hang
else
on.
becoming the host
You
of
can-
the show
you can put it
and
down.
now interviewing you.
Shut up,
I
buddy.
thought
You're the
we were
host.
being
Hang on,
interviewed.
Like,
hang on.
dude, what are you doing? Dude, that's so slimy, man. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, just shut up.
Mohammed, you and I
He's
are
trying to get, like,
you're
points
not
here.
to
Oh, holy shit.
He's like losing, so he's trying to like, bro, like, don't do that, man. What are you doing, man?
He's like, dude, just
Like, try-
let him talk,
don't-
man.
interview
Let him
him.
talk. You're not getting that moral.
Don't make him
Please.
lose control of his own show. You
Please.
do this all the
Please.
time. It will not. I'm
Hang
not
on,
going to
hang
let it
on.
happen tonight.
All right, Rabbi, let me ask
Please
you.
have respect for the
Let me-
No, no, no.
show.
Stop
Have
interviewing
respect.
the
Let me ask
interviewer
you.
and
Don't
be
get involved.
respectful.
Don't get
And
involved.
be
You put the picture
respectful.
Bro, you were just yelling before. Sure, okay. It's a smart
Let me
tactic,
respond.
but it's like, again, he's like nitpicking it. Like, dude, you're here's the big elephant, and you're like, oh, you're not, and like, the Hamas is like actually the enemy of the Palestinian people. It's like, bro, big picture. Like the kid in front of you. Like, what's your response to the kid in front of you, man? At least say something, bro. Be like, that's terrible. He's literally condemned Hamas. I don't even like Mohammed Hijab. I literally before this whole thing would watch this guy debating people and like, this guy's fucking like. I hate this guy, man. But literally in this case, man, like, bro, how the fuck would you like not look at that and be like, that's terrible, man? You know what I mean? Like, if I see, yeah.
Like, even this guy hasn't said anything about it, man. Like, not to, I guess, you know, there's probably people out there who are gonna agree with this guy, and then, like, again, respectfully, you can, but it's like, it should, like, anyone should also be like, that is terrible. You know,
Yeah,
that
it's
kids are
just
dying.
being human, man.
No,
Why not?
I do not.
But keep in mind,
believe
me
so.
and you are like
Civilians for
separated from
political
it.
Have to let
Like,
me
we're not
answer.
like
Go ahead.
religious or whatever.
Okay, here's my answer to that. When Hamas did what they did, two things. One, Hamas knew exactly what Israel's response would be. They knew they would come incredibly hard back.
I don't absolve them.
Wait a minute. I'm not absolving anybody.
I'm not absolving them.
Okay.
I'm saying the West Bank is West Hamas.
I know.
West Hamas.
You have to let me answer. You
got 44 children killed like this.
Oh my God, this Mohammed guy, man.
Okay, now you're stepping in.
Wait a minute, Rabbi Shmuley. Let me just
Robbie, you
ask you
shut
quick.
up, man.
Go ahead.
I believe Israel has a right to defend itself after that terror attack.
Can they kill children?
Wait a minute.
Can they?
Wait a minute. Particularly after the Hamas spokesman only last week said if they want to do this again and again and again. That's an existential threat to Israel.
Why don't they fight them man to man? Man to man. Fight them man to man. Why do you have to kill children?
Wait a minute. Let me
Why
answer.
do you have to
Let me answer you, Mohammed.
Why?
Let me answer you.
Of a ratio of 100 to 1, by the way.
Let me answer you.
100 to 1 ratio.
Let me answer you.
Go ahead.
Otherwise, it's pointless.
Oh, damn, I was right on that ratio, I guess.
I agree that Israel must defend itself. I agree they have to get rid of Hamas.
Yo, pause right here. I have a take. Okay. Anyone who says, and this is a hot take incoming, man, on some like YouTube channel canceled by the fucking whatever. Anyone who says, well, Israel has a right to defend themselves. Like, oh my God, sorry. Like, Israel has a right to defend themselves. Like, if anyone says Israel has the right to defend themselves, it's like, all right, why? And then they'll give you a reason. They'll probably say, well, because like the Hamas is like a terrorist and they attack them. And you saw it in the parade. They did all this shit. So yeah, that's fucking terrible. But they have actually been occupied for like 70 years and blah blah blah, and you know, yes, that's an attack, but in the grand scheme of things, they've been attacked for 70 years, so I wouldn't call them the attacker, right? So if you're using that logic in my book, you could literally say Russia has a right to defend itself. Russia has a right to defend itself because, you know, Ukraine wasn't the one who attacked, right? Russia was the one who attacked. But then what Russia's literal narrative is that Ukraine's like Nazi groups or whatever has been like ethnically killing Russians in their Russian ethnic regions in Crimea or whatever. That's why they made it Crimea. That was their reason. And you know, there's some evidence to it. It's not completely bullshit. They like shut off water, blah blah blah. But by the way, I don't believe like Russia has a right to this. It's like bullshit. Russia's obviously the aggressor, but that's what we need to make clear. Russia's the aggressor, so is Israel, right? If Hamas is a terrorist organization for resisting Russia, then the Ukrainian Azov battalion, which is their main military force at this point, is a terrorist organization for resisting. It's the same logic. These guys are radical, you know, whatevers. Those guys are literally Nazis. They like have like Nazi tattoos, but they're both resisting an aggressing country.
Yeah.
Ukraine's situation is complicated. America sort of like fucked around and found out type shit. You know, they literally like incited a coup, and it's all about geopolitics between America and Russia. At the end of the day, Ukraine's just a poor thing in the middle here. But if you say Israel has a right to defend itself, it doesn't work that way, man. You cannot be the occupier and then get attacked within the occupation. You get like counterattacked technically. And then you're like, we have a right to defend ourselves. By that logic, if Ukraine does like a big attack into Russia right now, like some crazy shit like Hamas did, like fly in with like things, like kill like 1,000 people, which is terrible. But it's not like a huge, like, they didn't like blitzkrieg in and conquer Paris, man. They did like a small little attack thingy. And Russia just fucks them up. Russia has the right to defend itself, man. Fuck it. Right?
Based on,
and they're going to be like, anyone who says they're going to will turn around and say no. But it's the same thing, dude. You can't say that. They don't have a fucking right to defend themselves, man. That's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. If you have a right to defend themselves, you did it on day one where you like carpet bombed a bunch and like killed 3,000 people.
It's almost
end it there, man.
Yeah, it's almost like that argument is kind of like, well, then everyone has the right to defend themselves at this point and should.
Yeah.
But like, it's just now finally. Like,
what is defense though? What is defense? In what situation, man? If I'm robbing you. And it's like taking like 20 years for me to fully rob all your shit. Like I'm trying to like take your house, but I'm like taking it bit by bit. It's taking me like 75 years to take your house. And within that 75 years, you attack me. Amir has a right to defend himself. We just beat the fuck out of you, like kill your kids. Like, dude, it's like, whoa. What are you defending, man? Like, he's the aggressor. It's like, dude, you've been taking his house for 75 years, man. I got a right to defend myself. Russia has a right to defend itself, buddy. You know what I mean? It's like, dude. Fuck off, man, with that bullshit, man.
to an ideology.
It's on some like fuck around and find out shit. Like that's like Americans love saying that. Fuck around, find out, brother. It's like okay, like that's what happened. They found out, man.
This is not even a conversation.
Wait a minute.
Listen, I came all the way from the United States for this debate.
Let me finish.
And he will not let anyone else speak. And if that's how these shows work,
You're literally not letting Piers talk.
But they look the same. I just,
no.
I don't get it, man.
Guys,
It's just one has a mustache, one doesn't.
Fine. I'm going to have a chance to speak,
Yes,
or there's no point in doing this show.
Rabbi
He did this
Shmuley.
last time, and you allowed him to,
Rabbi
but
Shmuley.
I won't allow him to,
Yes.
because I will never be bullied by a bully.
At the moment,
let me be clear.
wait a minute. No one's allowing me to answer your question.
Go ahead, sir.
And it's this.
Go ahead.
I believe Israel has a right to defend itself.
Okay.
I agree that they need to get rid of Hamas.
In this way?
Who are terror groups.
In this way?
Well,
Dude,
here's the quandary for-
okay. You know what, man? That's gonna be it for me, man. Like, dude, this guy's done it. Like, dude, bro, shut the fuck up, man. Like, holy shit.
For me morally, right?
Why is it a quandary, though?
I'll tell you why.
With Hamas, it's not a quandary.
I'll
But
tell
with
you
Israel,
why.
it's a quandary.
Because in war, when you declare war, as Britain did with the Nazis,
100-to-1 ratio.
No,
100
of course,
to 1.
there are
Combatant to non-combatant
there are
ratio.
a far higher number of children in Gaza, proportionate to population, than almost anywhere in the world.
Piers,
so when they go
Piers,
after
give me
him,
Actually, if that's true, then
Okay, I didn't know that.
if that's true, then you can't avoid killing them. Then,
Yeah, it is,
know.
but at the same time, it's like still bad.
it's
like,
bad. Yeah, like
Yeah, it's like maybe like while I was taking your house for 75 years, bit by bit, stealing it. You know, like I killed like a lot of children, but like don't worry, man. You just had a lot more children than your neighbors, man. But like I still killed the children. It's like
killing your children.
is it
wasn't-
a justification?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like-
know, man.
It wasn't.
I really don't know.
It's like, listen, your children, they weren't intended to die, but
They weren't,
They just
man.
happened to be there.
you had a lot of them, man. If you were your neighbor, there would be no children. There'd be like one or two dead, man. You know what I mean?
I think Piers is trying to say like in war, like I think like he's looking at war as like a bigger picture where it's like there's gonna be deaths all around, and Mohammed is trying to not like gaslight. I don't know if what you would call it, but like he's like holding up that image, like, is this okay? You know, and it's like, well, like.
Dude, that's why I'm saying Muhammad's not the right guy. He's too emotionally invested. If I was me, I'd be like, okay, but is it war though? It's like one side is like a supreme military powerhouse, which like exports military equipment to like it's one of the world's top military exporters, Israel.
Yeah.
And like it has like free reign. Like the US donates $3 billion per year baseline to Israel. On top of that, this year they gave like another 15 billion. They're getting like money coming in. Plus they get free like cooperation with the Americans.
Yeah.
Any technology the Americans have, they have. They like, work together on projects. These guys have like state-of-the-art equipment. Hamas literally is on some like slingshot shit, man. It's not the same. It's not war. It's some David and Goliath shit.
Actually, there was
It's not
literally-
fair to call it like Britain versus Nazis. No, a more comparison is like the entire Soviet Union versus like the island of like the island of Tahiti, man. Some like tiny ass like sticks and stones type shit, man. It's not fair. Because imagine like Japan full force invades like like I don't know, you know, in SpongeBob the intro, that tiny island, like that. That's literally like the comparison, man. It's some shit like that.
Jesus.
Give me a chance.
Very sadly, Mohammed, let me finish.
This is becoming
Let me finish.
No.
Very sadly,
You are the one who insisted on
Shmuley,
equal time. I never did, but
Rabbi
you will not
Shmuley,
respect equal
I will
time.
come to you
He's gonna
literally in
ask you
30
afterwards.
seconds.
He's gonna ask you a
In
In
question.
30 seconds, I'll come to you.
He's gonna come to you
Let
afterwards.
me finish, please. I am in
Calm
charge
down.
here, Mohammed.
Calm down, dude. What a biggest hypocritical thing to say. Yo, honestly, man, like wow.
They're both doing it though. That's like they're both trying to pull like the I'm more
morally correct.
whatever,
And you're not,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Like, oh,
they're both trying to this each other.
It's,
like,
it's a
like,
constant
you know, like,
dick sizing, upsizing,
Yeah.
fucking like.
I'm
So
more
my final
classy
point
than
on
you.
this is, unfortunately, in war, civilians
100
get
to 1
killed.
ratio. 100 to 1
yes,
ratio.
Yes.
100
they
to
get-
1 ratio.
Yes.
Shut
they
up,
get killed.
man.
No,
Holy
not
shit.
100 to 1 ratio. It's an unacceptable
Civilians
ratio.
get killed.
Piers,
Rabbi
listen.
Shmuley, in you come.
You know, Piers, can I say respectfully, and I mean this as no insult, I'm amazed that you're intimidated by this man. I feel,
I'm not.
well, with all due respect,
He's not intimidated.
if I can speak,
He brought me in the second time.
if I can
He brought me in the second time.
I wouldn't bring him back if I was intimidated.
If I can speak. In the
And he
first,
raises
in the
a
first,
very
in the
valid
first
question.
no,
Oh
he
my
does
God.
not, because I have before he
He's
did
just
this
trying to
debate,
cause
he
a
went
rift, but he's
on
trying to make him
X
look
on
bad.
Twitter
That's
and
his
said,
whole
I'm only
thing
doing
here.
it if there's equal time. And then he is violating that. I never asked for equal time. I just want to be heard, but he won't even let me be heard. Let me explain something to you. You said in a video
I
the
got
other
Ben
day, you can
Shapiro
look me in
energy,
the
but-
eye.
Wait, what about Ben?
Like he seems a little like, oh, this guy's intimidating. He looks scary, but he talks like, I'm intimidated by you. Come on. something to say. It's like, bro, like,
You said that Jews are now trembling. Muhammad, I am not. No, don't interrupt me. I am not trembling. It's all on my Instagram page. Now, you see this yarmulke? It means that I represent something. I'm an ambassador. You're an ambassador of Islam. You are talking about a religion that started the world's first universities, educated women. Fatima started the first university in the 9th century in
He's talking about Muslims, by the way.
But why are you flexing?
Morocco.
No, he's talking about Muslims.
Now we have a man who says that he's a representative of Islam.
He's meant to be speaking to you.
He goes to Speaker's Corner. He speaks about whether 5-year-old girls are old enough for sex. He says that gay
this guy
men
is trying to
are
attack
dying
us
of AIDS
personally.
as a punishment from God. And I'm sorry to say this.
He's
to
trying
those
to
listeners,
bring his
that
character
blood
down.
is
What
gushing
are you
from their
doing, man?
backside.
Respond to the fucking issue at hand,
Yeah,
bro.
what the hell? You guys are
I'm sure this guy can go dig something on your stupid religion too. Like, both your religions, in my opinion, are valid, but fucking, in my opinion, it's outdated. And I'm sorry. Like, I guarantee you yours has some, like, it was from, like, the fucking, like, before, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was literally, like, what, like 600, it was, like, before Christ. It's literally, like, so old, man. 1000 AD, whatever you call it. Like, there's definitely something in your religion that's, like, fucking outdated and crazy, too. And his, too. His is newer than yours. Like, the new iPhone update of your religion. They're all the same thing anyway, man. It's like, bro, like... It's literally, it was like, at first it was like Mithraism, literally on some like OG shit, Mithraism, Google it. That's what started it all. Like, Persians had that. Romans took that. And then that's what started going into like the Zeus and bullshit, I think. And then Zoroastrianism came, which is like one god. And then Abrahamic religion, Abraham actually started Judaism, which was the first Abrahamic ritual religion. So the one godness was Zoroastrianism, and then Christianity took that and took it further, and Islam acknowledged both of those, like, dismissed certain parts of it probably, and then took it further. And then Islam said, after me there's no more prophets, so they didn't allow a new software update, man. But like, it's all essentially like iPhone software. This guy's on like the version 1.01. Mohammed's on like 1.03, Christians are on 1.02, and they're all like, oh yeah, mine says, it's like, bro, it's like,
it sounds childish, like mind this,
it's
mind
just
this.
fucking retarded.
Like,
It's the same region. It's
if
like,
you put this and then have another screen next to it of like, and you paused like left and right, you're pausing, and you just have like little kids arguing on one, and they sound the exact same. No, my toy's better. No,
yeah,
my,
literally,
like,
yeah, it's a my toy.
like my candy's better. No, my dad's better. What? Fuck your dad. It sounds like there's no. It doesn't actually sound like there's any like intellectual fucking like intelligence going on, if you want to call it that.
There is intelligence though. It's just like these two guys are not the proper, like, you can't put this Muhammad guy, because dude, he is so invested. He's probably not Palestinian. I'm pretty sure he's like Egyptian or some shit. But
Okay.
he's the way Islam works. And I guess like I don't know. I guess all religions. I'm not. I wouldn't know. But I think Judaism's the same. It doesn't matter where you're born. It's like you're Jewish first. Islam's the same. It's like you're Muslim first, and then you're like whatever, you know.
Mm.
So that's why Muslims are on some like they did fuck with. They're like, he really is feeling those children dying. So he's emotional, man.
Yeah.
He's not the guy to put on the show, man. You know, you need someone like maybe like what's that guy? Bassem
Basim is
Youssef?
great, yeah.
Basim, because like Basim's also technically, but he doesn't seem like, he's more like from a humanitarian standpoint. He's not like, I don't think he's like a full on like he's like, I'm a Muslim, so therefore these are my people, so therefore I'm emotional. It's more like, this is fucked up. Maybe I'm wrong, but somebody like that would be better. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe someone like, yeah, I don't know.
No, it's
You know what it is?
I've never said
Because you.
But the other
are
guy's just attacking his
desecrating
character,
our great
man.
religion. Now let me tell you why.
no.
Let me tell
Which
you
is
why.
sus,
Why-
'cause, like,
why
what are you
it's
hiding,
here.
man?
Because he will
Bring it
defend
back to the
I
debates.
will. I will.
It's always
He will
he.
defend
You're running away.
Hamas's
Talk about the
butchery,
topic.
away.
It says
savagery.
Israel and Palestine at the
He
bottom.
doesn't
Talk
care
about
that
that.
Running
Hamas
away.
is an abomination
away.
to Islam because
Running away.
Islam,
But he hasn't done
the
that.
children in Gaza are dying because Hamas uses them as bulletproof vests.
Okay.
The United States
This
and
guy's on some
France
Hamas shit.
and England said yesterday that the Al Shifa
That's his whole
hospital is
premise,
a
I see.
military base.
Okay.
It has a tiny veneer.
Let him have his minute.
It has a tiny veneer of emergency rooms.
Okay.
Hold on a minute.
But the
Let him
underneath
have his
all
minute
of
was
it
so,
is
like,
a military
disrespectful,
base. And
like-
let me tell you something. If it's
Let the
true
child talk.
that any of these countries care about the Muslims in Gaza because
Here's
they
my
believe what he's
evidence.
saying that Israel's killing them.
These guys
This is
are
a
such
map
nerds,
of
dude. I
all
love
the
it.
countries that took place last week in Riyadh to save the Palestinians of Gaza from Israel. Do you know how many? That's Israel, a tiny thing. You know how many of them took in even one Palestinian from Gaza? Zero.
Why
Nothing.
would they?
Look at
Wait,
that.
Why would they take them in?
That-
That's a self-report, man. Why? That's like, bro. That's like the Nazis being like, okay, these are all the countries fighting us, and it's literally like France, United Kingdom, Canada, England, like United States, New Zealand, Australia, like the whole world essentially, except Italy.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, fuck are the Italians doing? They're based, but like all these guys, and none of them are taking in like the Jewish people that were throwing in concentration camps. Like, what? Like. That translates to, oh, we're gonna kill them all, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like you're gonna take them. Like, what do you mean take them? That literally at the least equals they don't belong here. So it's like, bro, that's a self-report. What do you mean take them? Take in. I thought your argument was Hamas is bad, and once Hamas goes, it's all Gucci, right? Then they can stay. Oh no, now they need to take them. What the fuck you mean take them, bro? I thought he was about to say none of these countries condemned Hamas. They're like, oh, okay, smart. Take them? What do you mean take them? What are you getting at, bro? Like, are you trying to get rid of them? Are you trying to get them out of there? Yeah, obviously. See?
Arabs want to see.
All right, Rabbi Shmuley.
The Arabs want to see
Rabbi Shmuley.
Hamas. Don't
Like, this is
intimidate me.
Hamas
Don't
and
bully
Okay,
me.
okay,
Thank you,
let me ask you-
Don't intimidate me.
Stop pointing.
I'm not
Guys,
afraid of
I've
you.
got to be able to ask questions. It's a debate. Let's come back. Let me.
It's like, I'm not afraid. You think, what are you doing, man?
Dude, you're at a fucking interview. You're not like
You're
on
like
a school
50,
playground.
dude.
You're not on a school
I'm
playground,
not
man.
afraid of
Let me
you.
ask you one specific
Bro, I've
question
said
which
that
you
like when I
raised,
was like
which I don't
4,
think
I think,
actually
man.
is your belief. I don't think you have defended.
You're not the
what
boss
Hamas
of me,
did
remember that?
on
Yeah,
October
you're
7th.
not a boss.
I think you share our
Are they
view.
evil?
we-
Are
we-
they
Unless
evil?
I'm wrong,
Are
we've
they
spoken
evil?
about this
Are they
before.
evil?
Stop
Are
speaking.
they
Is it me
evil?
or him I'm
Are
speaking
they
to?
evil?
Stop
Rabbi
speaking to
Shmuley,
this. Stop
Hamas
speaking.
You're now
evil.
doing
Stop
what you
speaking.
accused him of doing.
Dude, this
Let me ask
rabbi
you,
is just,
what
are
is
you
your view of
doing,
Hamas
man?
post October 7th?
I think that they, just like anybody else, have to be examined. Have to look at all.
What's
the
your
pros and cons.
opinion about them?
Yeah, I think that look, here's my opinion. Let me be straightforward about this, right?
G-Shock,
Anybody
by
who
the
kills civilians,
G-Shock.
anybody, whether it's the
Bro, it
IDF,
doesn't
I'm
fit
consistent
with
in this
suit.
manner.
That's terrible.
If it's proven beyond reasonable doubt that these people have killed civilians in both of our faith traditions, in Islam and Judaism, in the Quran is mentioned, in the Prophet he said it himself, you cannot kill a woman, you cannot kill a child. I condemn them. I condemn them. That's what I do. Straight away, whether he's Muslim, whether he's non-Muslim,
Based.
whether
Okay,
he's
that's
Christian or
based.
anybody else.
He's
I've already said
condemning
that.
Hamas killing
So I'm
civilians.
not
Is he going to
being
condemn Israel
inconsistent
killing
here. My
civilians?
question
Because now
if that is
we're getting
exactly the
somewhere. You
barometer
get what
that
I'm
we're
saying?
using,
Yeah.
if that's the moral reasoning
That's
that we're
based.
using,
That's based to
then
do
we have to
that.
say, look, if you have
That's
a
very
100
good.
to 1 ratio, and that's what it is, 100
Okay.
to 1 ratio. And do you know how I got this figure? I got this figure from the IDF themselves because they have reported
Okay,
to
but
the...
let me ask you this. Does Hamas deserve to stay in power after what they did?
I don't think we should have Hamas in power. What I think we should...
Okay.
No, let me tell you.
So how
we
do
should
you
have...
get-
We should have...
How do you get rid of them?
We should have a Palestinian Authority with bigger armies
Okay.
and airports,
Okay.
with proper tanks and with airplanes like every country in
You
the
know
world.
what? You might be right. But here's the
Absolutely.
point.
They
How
won't
do-
allow it,
how
though.
do you
That's
get
a
rid
good
of- how do
point.
you get rid
Okay,
of
pause
Hamas?
for a sec. I see what he's doing. He's like, so should we get rid of Hamas? And how should we get rid of them and all this shit? He's like, yes, we should get rid of Hamas, but replace them with a conventional army. Because then they can't say terrorism. It's the same way, like, if Ukraine didn't have an army and, like, resorted to doing, like, this type of shit,
Then
they'd
they'd
be
be
like, oh,
labeled
they're terrorists. But once you have tanks and missiles and ships and planes, it's not terrorism, it's war.
Then it's yeah.
But now it's not 100 to 1. Now it's going to be 50-50, 60-40, whatever you call it, 70-30. But now it's war, baby. And in that circumstance, Israel will eventually lose, I think, because, fuck, man, the whole region sort of like, they're in a bad region. And Hamas has showed that they fight better, man. They literally on some brave shit. Isn't it videos, dude? They come out of like sewers and trenches with RPGs, like point blank, just shooting at Israeli tanks. Like, they've destroyed like 300 tanks just for fighting with nothing, man.
Yeah.
They're brave as fuck. So like, I think they would
giving
lose.
them the actual like tools, you'd think.
Yeah.
Would be a lot.
Yeah, because like you can't call them terrorists when they have control, but Israel doesn't want that. Think about it, man. If you're Israel, literally any country, if you're any country, it makes more sense to keep these guys locked up in this like open air prison. Don't give them anything, and then when you attack them, they resort to like shit because they're desperate. So they do desperate shit, like the IRA did car bombings, and then you can be like terrorist. Of course, you're not gonna let them do that, right?
Mhm.
You'll lose. So like it's a lose-lose for them, man. That's his point. So it's like, how do we get rid of them? You don't. man. Because if you get rid of them, then they'll have nothing, and they'll actually get genocided. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's desperation, bro. People don't understand that. People are like, oh, both sides are bad. It's like, which side's more desperate, man? Which side, literally, you can go travel to right now, and it feels like any other city in the world has amenities, hospitals. It's fun. You know, people are having fun on the streets, partying. And which one is like fucking desperation? Humans act out of desperation. So we can't just judge it like, oh, both sides are like, no, it's not even both sides, man. One side is fucking desperate, and they don't have a conventional army. So they do this shit, which is fucking terrible. But like, why do we have to always ask why? How'd they get there, man? You know what I mean?
Oh, is it gonna
I don't know.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah.
There we go.
What you don't do, I can tell you for a fact, is try and kill 30,000 of them with a 100-to-1 ratio. Because if you do that, then you're committing genocide. Because you'd have to kill 3 million Palestinians.
Rabbi Shmuley?
Do you even know the definition of genocide?
I haven't said genocide.
What's it? You just said it.
No, I said
It.
if you.
What is the definition of genocide?
I
What's the
said
definition?
conditional. I said if you do.
You always
conditional.
claim to be an
Conditional.
academic. You're always
Conditional.
What is the definition? Genocide is genocide.
This literally sounds like a fucking COD lobby. Like if I
This
were-
sounds
if
like a
I-
Discord lobby,
dude,
bro.
If I like downloaded this video and just slapped over like a fake like chat feed on the side, and it's like muted
should.
these guys, and then just had like COD lobby like, oh, you fucking piece of shit riot shield user, like muffled mic screaming and shit. This is exactly what it is, and you'd hear the guy going like, you're gay, you're gay, you're gay, you're gay. Like that's literally what this is.
If you do it, you'll be genocidal.
Genocide is where
I didn't accuse.
you target an ethnicity for extinction. Ethnicity side murder.
Yes, if you do it. If you kill
Excuse
3
me
million
now.
You are
Palestinians,
doing
are you
that.
genocidal
Israel's sort of
or
doing
not?
that.
If you kill 3 million Palestinians, are genocidal or not?
Don't speak over each
There are
other.
1.8 million
Was the Holocaust a genocide?
Muslim
Was the Holocaust a
Arabs who
genocide?
live in total peace in Israel as equal citizens. In fact, Israel practiced
Okay, good point.
reverse discrimination against the Jews because the Jews are
What's that got to
conscripted
do
to
with my
fight
question?
Hamas. So, if
Would you-
Israel,
okay.
excuse me, no, you will not interrupt me.
Stop
If Israel,
it.
you will not interrupt
okay,
me.
man. You're
You
embarrassing
will
yourself. You're
not
embarrassing
interrupt
yourself.
me. You will not
You're
interrupt me. You will
embarrassing
not bully me. You will not interrupt me.
stop
I am
talking.
not afraid of you.
Stop
Stop
talking.
saying the Jews are genocide. Now, let me say
Stop
something.
saying that,
Don't
man.
you shout over each other.
Well,
You
then
got it,
then
dude.
You
You
need
blew
to
it.
control your guests with all due respect.
Literally
Okay, he
control both.
said
He's
implying he's like an
equal
ape.
time, and there's no
there you go.
equal time. Now,
There's no equal time on
if
this
Israel
bit,
was
right?
interested in a genocide of the Palestinians, why do they have 1.8
That's a good point,
million
actually.
equal Arab Muslim citizens who are in the Israeli Supreme Court, who are 1/3
Are
of the
they?
medical
Is that a
profession?
See,
Do you
this
know
is
that-
what
do
I
you know
want. Tell
that-
me.
Do you know that an Arab
I'm not
an
well,
Arab
like,
judge
informed
put
on
the
this, by the
president
way,
of
too
Israel
much.
in
I
jail
just-
for accused rape?
not
That
the
was
details,
Moshe
at
Katsav.
least.
That's how little Israel's an apartheid state, genocidal state. This man sitting next to me, Mohammed Hijab, will not distinguish between self-defense when Hamas comes to brutalize
Okay.
and murder your people versus
Out of
when an
desperation.
army
Okay.
like Britain,
Wait.
like France,
Yeah, like
stops,
Oh, but Rabbi Shmuley,
retaliate
Can we go
to
for the-
simply
can we
protect
go back
their
to the
Rabbi
strike?
Shmuley, I have to
You
say-
don't believe that Jews should have a right to defend
Rabbi
themselves?
Shmuley.
Say it
Don't
outright
say
then.
that.
Then say it. Do
The Jews have the right to defend themselves.
They
just said
do.
it.
Yes, they do.
So
of
that's
course.
why we have to go.
Everybody has a right to defend
So that's why
themselves.
we have
Jews
to
have the
go
right
into
to defend
Gaza to
themselves.
Okay,
stop
wait.
Hamas.
Yes, they
correct?
can go
Wait,
to Gaza
Rabbi
and stop
Shmuley.
Hamas.
But
No, they
Rabbi
can go in, but
Shmuley.
no. Hey, hold on.
But-
Let me tell you my position. Let me tell you my
So they
position.
can go in. Thank
He
God.
asked me a
Dude, I'm
question.
telling you, if you put
Yes.
knives in the room, I called
Yes,
it,
They
man.
can go into even fight. Even Abu Ubaida,
Look at
the
their body
general of
language, man.
Hamas,
They're like
he said,
getting
"Nahnu
closer
fi
to each
intifada
other. Like, I want to
al-Arab."
fight.
We
man.
are waiting for you. That's why he's being
Okay.
said. Hold on. You've asked me a question.
Go ahead.
They do have a right. What I've been advocating all along is face-to-face confrontation. What I'm against, hold on, excuse me. What I'm against is a 100-to-1 ratio, because if you have
All right.
100,
We're
let me
gonna
finish.
come to this in block two.
Let me,
All right.
Okay, fine.
Hamas is hiding under hospitals.
Okay.
What face-to-face
Listen,
confrontation?
Rabbi-
Hamas is
Rabbi
shooting
Shmuley,
children who are going
face-to-face.
south.
I'm okay with
Sure,
face-to-face
Block
confrontation.
two.
No, none of
I
these
like
are
it.
true.
Block two
Man,
is-
they're,
It's the honourable
you see the
way.
video I
Block
sent you?
two is
Israel's
exactly
shooting children.
this
So they
question.
bomb.
My only observation,
He hasn't had
Rabbi
a minute.
Shmuley, so far, you're being more personal and ad
You know what I
hominem
don't
than he is.
understand? If
He
Hamas,
said
if,
you're being more personal to the rabbi, dude.
if Hamas is truly, let's imagine, and I don't know this, but if they are hiding under hospitals and Israel knows this, why kill the hostages? I don't
What
get
do you
it.
mean?
Well,
They
like,
killed the hospital?
yeah, like the hospital's a hostage, and if Hamas is under the hospital, then why would you risk endangering and killing all the other people? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Or
If-
why don't you, after you bomb the hospital, go show like the tunnels, man? They had one video where they show the guns in like the hospital, bro. It's like 4 AK-47s and like 6 grenades, like literally,
Yeah,
and,
like,
and a box of dates, bro. It's like, what is that, man?
that's nothing, man. Like,
That's like the security. Like, what is that, bro? There's no tunnels, man. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, You're bombing the hospitals to it's a classic, bro. In Iran, when there's these protests and people would protest, the forces would come into the hospitals because that's where the protesters end up, the wounded, and they finish the job, man.
Yeah.
This is a classic in war. You don't look, man. When you play Rome Total War as much as I do, you know after you win the battle, there's 3 options, right? When you get hostages, you release them, ransom, or execute. When you release them, it's on some like, yo, you gain some chivalry, but some bullshit, man. Like, that's fuck that. You ransom them for money, right? Or you execute them. When you get a lot of hostages, man, in that game, it's always beneficial to execute them. Even if you ransom them, dude, even assuming they can even pay it, you have to fight them again. So just you kill them. I'm sorry, we all know it. All the Rome Total War players know. You fucking execute, man. You especially have mods on and chivalry doesn't matter. Fuck the chivalry system. I'm glad they got rid of that. It's a bunch of bullshit. There was no chivalry back then. You Genghis Khan had chivalry, man. Get the fuck out of here. So you fucking just execute. Literally, that's why they're blowing up hostels. Some Rome Total War shit.
My man.
It's some Rome Total War shit. You fucking kill. That's what they're doing. There's no tunnels, man. It's cope. No, man. Hostages had they had some like special virus, man. Like, no, you're just trying to make it easier next time, man. You don't want them to turn into Hamas. Like, of course, if I'm like, I don't really know, man. I'm impartial. Like, fucking, my whole family gets killed. I'm the only one stumbling out of the wreckage, and I'm in a hospital. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking kill Israelis or some shit. Like, of course, I'm now Hamas. So it's like, we gotta bomb that hospital, man. We just fucked up. And you bomb one hospital. Oh God, man, there was a guy from that hospital went to the other. We gotta get that hospital too. Keep blowing hospitals up, man. God. The carpet bomb houses. A kid comes out like, my whole family died. Like that guy now is literally gonna spend his whole life trying to kill Israelis, and maybe he's injured, so he's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Suddenly, that hospital has Hamas tunnels in it. Man. I don't know, man. Seems like Rome Total War is right on this one.
Yeah, but that's what that's kind of what I'm saying. Where I'm like, if there even was tunnels, right? It's like, why would you risk blowing up the hospital with however many people, civilians, in it, just to take out the Hamas? Like,
it doesn't even look good for you, man.
It doesn't look good, yeah. Like, you're
stupid.
I don't know. Like, if I have a baby, like, or some like child, and I'm holding the child like this, his head's like right here, and I have like a gun to his head or some shit, and
just blow you up.
Yeah, and a bunch of police are surrounding me, right?
Exactly,
and it's like, would you risk shooting me?
That's a good point.
Like, would you risk shooting me when I can just?
Of course not.
Like,
of course not. And they never do, man. There's like a SWAT team surround a building. I've seen Law and Order so many times, and they surround a building, and the guy has someone. Even if they have the shot, they usually don't take it because it's like risky, man. You could miss, and the guy could go bonkers.
And you can kill the hostage instead.
They usually they bring out, they negotiate. Okay, let him out. Let's just let one of them out at least, and then we can keep talking. They let like one out. They let two out. Sometimes I'm like, it's some like holy shit. They have like, but I don't think Hamas even has the hospital hostage. I don't even think Hamas like. Maybe some of their fighters are in there, but I don't think it's like Hamas keeping the hospital hostage.
Yeah, it's not like hostage, but what I'm trying to say is like, if you knew that they're there and you're trying to wipe them out, but like you shouldn't like be attacking in areas if you know where Hamas is trying to like, I don't know, like take like what you want to call, they call it the shields.
Yeah, they're hostages. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. But like, they've already airstriked and killed one of their hostages. I literally truly think that Israel just wants to like wipe out, like, dude, if you look at the before and afters from Google Earth, like the city is leveled, man. They've leveled that shit. They leveled it. Now they go in with tanks and they're still losing. I'm not even kidding. These guys come out of trenches, like underground networks with rocket launchers. I'll have to like link you. Let me like send you this video while they're talking. But they go in with like underground trenches, come out and like rocket launch these guys, bro.
With all due respect, I think that's extremely unfair because every time I say anything, no, listen.
And you keep answering for him, when in fact, when you actually ask him questions,
I don't know.
If Mohammed Hijab wants to be a representative and ambassador of Islam, then he has to take responsibility for his position.
I don't want to be any of that.
He actually said that Islam believes in death. You're not going to beat us because we want to die. We're prepared to lose thousands of people. Is Islam really a religion of death? You are a poor ambassador of your faith. You believe in martyrdom.
Of course.
Do you want to be a martyr?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to die fighting the Jews?
I didn't say Jews. Who said Jews?
Okay, you want to be a martyr where? What does it mean? Martyr means someone who dies for his faith.
Muhammad told us, "Man qutila duna malihi fahuwa shaheed." Whoever dies defending themselves, defending their wealth, is a martyr. No,
Do you want to die defending Islam, or do you want Islam to be a religion of peace? Do you want it to be a religion of peace?
Shut up, man. Oh my God.
You're right.
Do you agree or not?
Because Hamas is using him as a human shield.
Really?
Yes, Hamas is hiding behind him.
Let's go to the next section.
Condemn Hamas.
All right, let's time out.
Come on, man.
Let's try and
That's a
talk
timeout.
over each
What
other
are you
because the
saying?
viewers can't hear it, right?
let's go
I don't
first.
mind the passion.
Sure.
I don't mind the debate. I don't mind the fire. I do mind if we can't hear what you're saying. It's pointless.
Yeah, let's do the minute
Let's
thing.
go to the second topic, right? This time,
he had his minute, by the way?
Rabbi Shmuley, you will go
Wait,
first
pause it
with
for a
a
sec.
minute
Yeah,
to
let's
say
see.
what you want to.
Go click on those links I sent you. Like, can you bring those up?
Oh, okay. Yeah, hold on. This is on Twitter.
I want to show because like the Western media doesn't show this. I'm part of like some sus Discord groups essentially.
Okay.
This is how they're fighting back. So Israel has leveled whole neighborhoods. They're blockaded. No one can get in and out. Hamas fighters through underground tunnels come out with like homemade rocket
Stop
launchers.
Twitter. Oh my fucking God, man.
Look at this. Play the volume. Look at this point blank fighting.
Holy shit.
That's a tank. He's like in front of it on some Call of Duty shit, bro.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he just blew it up. They don't show this, dude. There's like 2 of these videos every day that gets released. I hope this one shows it. None of them shows them like climbing out. Like I want
what
you
the
to
hell
see
is
like how
that
they're
rolling out?
Look at this. Look at this.
Dude, that's fucking terrifying.
It's terrible. This is how they're fighting, by the way. Like this is why, like, if they had a conventional force, I'd say they'd win. It's based off this shit. It's like point blank, man. It's so scary. That thing is like a tank, man.
Bro, this is literally some cat and mouse shit.
It's cool, right? I mean, it's terrible. It's war, but it's like,
Oh my God.
it's insane. That thing looks at them. I've seen this video. The tank, the turret, like turns and looks at him. He just stands there. Look, the turret like turns on him, man. It like last second
Bro,
hits it. Type shit.
that's you're literally looking at death in the face. And
Yeah,
you're going,
that's
fuck
cool.
you, death.
Yeah.
Rewind.
The fucking edits, bro. Hit the bodies, hit the.
Fuck.
Look at this. He's on some ghillie suit shit, man. Like he's not, but he's like taking cover in the bushes.
I didn't even see that was a tank. I thought that was
Spam Y, spam Y, spam Y.
No.
Remember?
No.
Yes. Look, the turret's like looking at him. I'm pretty sure. Is he fucking? Did he just like?
Dude, these are just like
Look. This is the one. The turret's on him, bro. It's like looking at him, dude. He yells. Watch. He's like yelling.
oh my God, it's
Look, the turret's turning. It's turning. Look. Oh, yeah. 1 second he would have been shot.
the fucking edit.
Yeah, that's just so cringe.
Oh, what the fuck?
They're like boarding it, man. Like press R, hold RB to board type shit.
ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا
You don't Halo when you
يبصرون.
board it and you hit the thing and like.
Is that empty?
No, there's people in it. I think they lit it on fire. I don't know. Maybe the guys escaped. Very unlikely. It's on some like makeshift shit. They're proud of that. But like that's how they're fighting. Imagine giving these guys like, all right, more Hamas. Hey, Saudi Arabia, you want to donate like $20 billion for these guys? Like they'll buy like a fucking 1,000 tanks, bro. Like you're gonna lose, man.
That's fucking terrifying though. Holy shit. Oh, this is the same video? Oh, okay. Dude, that's
Is it?
fucked. Yeah, you sent me, I guess, 2 links. on the
Okay,
same.
it's fine.
That's
But there's more.
best.
Just keep in mind. I want to show you. There's one where the guy comes out of a sewer. I'm not gonna show it. We missed it, but he comes out of like, bro. I'm telling you, the tunnels are like all over the city, and like I don't know how these guys know about it, but like Israelis can't find it, or if they do, they're not like fully connected. I don't know, man.
Mhm.
But he comes out of a tunnel. It's like, dude, you don't know where they're gonna come at. It's literally some cat and mouse shit, but more like cat and rat. Because I hate using the words rat because they say they're
Yeah.
rats and they deserve to die. So it's like cat and mouse, but. Come out of a tunnel here and like you have no idea, bro. You're in their area. It's been carpet bombed.
Yeah.
But they know that place, man. You know, it's like going into a labyrinth with like a minotaur. It's like he knows where you are, man.
Yeah, that's fucked.
That's scary.
And then Mohammed,
what's the
Hijab, you'll
question,
get yours. So the theme is this, and the question is this for block 2.
Yo, make it louder, man.
Has
Oh, shit,
Israel
right.
gone too
No,
far
it is,
in its
Oh,
response
the other video is just really loud on Twitter, but this is how we had it normally.
to the October?
the last video was a little
7th
quiet.
terror attacks?
Yeah.
Okay,
Part
Rabbi,
2
you
is
have a
better,
minute starting
You
now.
enhanced the volume
I
on part 2?
just came here
I did,
by
yeah.
taxi and passed the statue of Winston Churchill. That's in the lifetime of our parents, okay? He is the greatest British statesman of the 20th century. You know what he did when he had a genocidal threat, knowing that Hitler wanted to eviscerate, annihilate Britain? He carpet bombed all of Germany, Dresden, Essen, Hamburg. Israel has not even gotten close to that. Israel does not send its Air Force to carpet bomb cities. It sends in its military. I have a friend who died, six children, 39, because he was personally trying to stop a Hamas terror tunnel. Israel is surgical. Israel is only going after the fighters. Israel has opened humanitarian corridors for the Palestinians to go south.
After,
Hamas shoots them
begging.
and makes sure they don't go. Hamas builds its military structures. Right, Shifa Hospital is this much hospital and it's this much military. They love using Palestinians, and that's why they've stolen their money. They got about $16 billion from the international community. There isn't one bomb shelter in Gaza. They don't care about the civilians at all. Israel's doing the right thing.
Mohammed,
destroying Hamas.
you have a minute.
Guys,
What I'm
got
saying
some,
is the 100 to 1 ratio comes from the following figures. We know that 10,000 civilians have died. Of them, according to the IDF, as reported by The Guardian, 60, dozens, they say, about 60 Hamas died, which we're being liberal by saying 100 to 1 figures. For every one Hamas, you have to kill 100 civilians. That's effectively what we're saying. If the trajectory continues as it is, then you have to kill 3 million Palestinian civilians in order
he's
to
like an
kill
orchestra.
30,000 Hamas fighters. If you want to extinguish them, eviscerate them, annihilate them, destroy them, you have to do that. Now you have Herzog, who is the president that you interviewed, saying that all Palestinians, they are responsible. This man is being more slippery. He's being more slippery than the lubricants that he sells in his daughter's sex shop. And that's the reality of the situation.
What did he just say?
Oh, his daughter has a sex shop? Hold on, let's Google that. Rabbi Shmuley, daughter sex shop. Rabbi Shmuley,
Oh shit.
daughter. Just put daughter sex shop. There's no shot. This guy hit him with that. Open a kosher sex shop. Oh, bro, this guy was holding that, bro. He got him. He did him dirty, bro. He got him dirty.
That's
What the fuck's a kosher sex shop? Can you go on images on this shit? On some like,
Oh.
we'll like block it out, man. Just go
Yeah,
images.
I'll throw a black screen on it.
There's like nothing here. Like, what's she selling? Like
Is
dildos
this,
and
is this
shit?
her? Yeah,
Oh,
this looks like
what the
dildos.
fuck's a kosher sex shop, man? Daughter's sex shop, bro. That is a low blow, my man.
The Israel warrior. What are you being a warrior of? Fucking like selling sex toys?
More slippery than the lubricants sold in his daughter's sex shop, man. Damn, bro.
You see that? You know, you seem obsessed with Jewish sex. It's bizarre. Yesterday, you actually spoke about Ben Shapiro's wife.
Yes,
you
I did.
actually you said Ben Shapiro.
Yes, I did. I like this guy now, man.
Then you said that Jews have BDSM. You're speaking about
No, can we
get it
sexual
back?
lubricants
They're not
while
supposed to
people
be
are
wet.
dying. You know, Mohammed, get your head out of the Jewish bedroom. It's really bizarre.
Can we get it? Can we get it?
Let me get it here.
No.
Sexual
so
lubricants?
funny.
How
You
embarrassing.
sell dildos.
Can we get it
You
back?
sell dildos. You sell dildos.
I did not think this would turn out this way, bro. Gone sexual, literally.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
Dude, put
question.
gone sexual
Why are you
on the
shaking
title.
your
Just
ball?
you have to put
Come
gone
on, this-
sexual.
Sorry, God sake.
You have to put gone sexual on the title. It's literally gone sexual. Like, we can't believe what they said. It's like, put a dildo on the screen. Put like a dildo on the screen.
Come on, leave it, please.
It's not bait.
It's
It's not bait.
We're going to cut all this
Back to
stuff.
the issue.
We'll cut all this stuff out. So there's no point.
Why? Why?
Cut all that
Let's
stuff
see
out.
what it represents.
There's
It
no
is
point
uncensored.
abusing each other personally.
no,
Okay, Piers.
I want to stick to the debate.
Let's get to the debate.
You don't want to do it? Well, end the debate.
Let's get to the debate.
Right, let me ask Mohammed a
Piers
question.
is like, bro.
I just
I
want to
don't
debate,
disagree
man.
with you that so far it seems to me,
Yes.
obviously,
Yes.
a fact that many more Palestinians
God, he's so satisfied, bro. Look
are
at his
getting
face.
killed as retribution by the Israelis for what happened on October the 7th. That's indisputable, right? Their argument is that they're going after a terror organization, Hamas, and unfortunately in war, as Rabbi Shmuley correctly said about what Churchill did in World War II.
Churchill was wrong.
A lot of
Churchill was wrong.
Was he a war criminal?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Churchill was a war
Yes, he was.
criminal.
Churchill was a war criminal.
All the British
Let me
people
do
who
the
lived
Churchill
there
was a
were
war
criminals.
criminal.
Okay,
Let me do
and
the
George
question.
VI was George VI a war
All of them
criminal?
war criminals.
George
Like
VI
it's
war
like all of them.
criminal.
Yes, of
So
course.
anyone,
his
hang on,
Yeah,
Rabbi
war
Shmuley.
criminal.
Let me answer.
Okay,
Let me
okay.
answer.
I'm
You
interested.
think-
Collective punishment.
You think Winston Churchill
Was a war criminal. Yes.
in standing up to the
I have to give it to
Nazis,
Mohammed because that was
Actually,
consistent in
there
his
was
points,
12
though.
million people,
I believe he was a war
that
criminal.
by doing what he did was a war criminal.
By killing in Dresden and Hamburg.
It's-
By the indiscriminate killing. Collective punishment. My morality says that's impossible.
Okay, that means the British people who
That's
supported
impossible.
him
Can't
and
kill
voted him
children.
in, they were
My
also...
morality says that's
just a second,
impossible.
just a second.
That's what I
But
believe,
the British
yes.
people...
Yeah.
You believe he was a
people-
war criminal?
Yes.
So therefore, your belief is that no retaliatory action by
No, you can
any
retaliate to the man, not to the babies.
Tell me a war in history
Yes.
where civilians haven't been killed.
No,
Right.
I'm not saying civilians haven't been killed. It's about
Just
this ratio.
war or
It's about the
otherwise.
ratio. It's
No,
about the
no.
ratio.
What is the ratio?
Oh, he's talking about
Actually,
collective
morally-
punishment, I guess.
100 to 1 is
Actually,
unacceptable.
morally,
100 to accept.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I was
trying to say.
Hang on, Rabbi Shmuley. So let me.
Oh, that's what I was trying to say way before. Like, you can't avoid killing children or certain people, or women or boys. Like, it's collective punishment, right? So,
Give you a ratio.
Yeah.
How many people did the Nazis kill?
I don't know.
You don't
12
know.
million.
how
We know
many
six-
Wait,
Nazis-
we
what?
we know they killed 6.
it's like 6 million, right?
I don't know.
It was like
No, that's just 6 million Jews or some shit. I don't know how many.
6 million- I think 6
All
million
together,
Jews, yeah.
bro, like fucking a lot, like including military casualties. I don't know.
I think it was like 6
A
million
lot.
Jewish were like killed.
They killed 12 million people.
I don't know. We don't know.
26 million.
No, he's
Jews.
talking about not
So
Jewish,
Well,
just
you-
in general, like war.
Okay.
Totally
How many died in?
non-combatants.
How many died in Dresden?
killed-
How many civilians died in Germany? Do you know?
I don't know exactly.
Right. So you don't actually know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about because
You
I know in
called
Dresden
Churchill-
and Hamburg.
You said
if
it's
he's
about you. Unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, go ahead.
Unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
said it's to do with the
Ratios.
The ratios.
Yes.
But you don't know the ratios. When
No,
you
no,
call,
I know for a fact
You
Dresden
call
and
Winston Churchill a
What are the
criminal.
numbers?
Dresden and Hamburg.
What are the
When you-
numbers? of
Dresden
Wait a
Dresden and
minute,
Hamburg?
Rabbi Shmuley. When you
Dresden-
call Winston Churchill a criminal,
Yeah, I believe
you're
a war
basing
criminal.
it on ratios you don't even know what they are.
No, I know for no.
This guy like loves Winston Churchill.
No, there isn't.
There is different-
Tell
And
us
now
the opinion.
Piers has a
Tell us-
bias
tell
too.
us-
It's
tell us
all
the opinion.
gone.
This-
The only guy I didn't have bias. Like, oh, Winston Churchill. Though.
How many in
I love
Dresden?
Winston
I'm speaking to him or
How
you.
many in Dresden?
Whatever the number,
You don't
if
know.
it's indiscriminate, I'm against it.
No, he doesn't.
my
He doesn't.
morality.
Rabbi Shmuley, you respond.
Dresden's about 25,000.
What is he saying?
And at the time, the
Bro, why
he
was it
doesn't-
fixated on this like hypothetical
Whatever the
bullshit,
number.
man? Like,
You don't
If
know it
it's
all.
indiscriminate, I'm against it.
No, he doesn't.
my
He doesn't.
morality.
Rabbi Shmuley, you respond.
Dresden's about 25,000, and at the time, the Germans were saying 250,000. We know it's about 25,000 today. Let me be clear. Winston Churchill was the greatest statesman of the 20th century. He
an opinion.
saved the world from
I agree.
Nazi terror.
Yeah.
That you could live in a country that is only around today because of the
bro,
bravery
can you pause
that
for a sec?
man Shmuley
I think
did.
Mohammed Hijab is sort of fucking it up on this one because, bro, I get what he's doing. Like Winston Churchill basically like carpet bombed like parts of Germany in retaliation for the Nazis. But again, you said it before. It's not a fair comparison. You're talking about two conventional military forces. Literally in that sentence, but like it's not the same. These guys are not a conventional military force. They're literally just a civilian population that's not allowed to leave by air or plane. Like Gaza, you're like stuck there, dude.
Yeah.
It's crowded and like whatever. It's like you're stuck there. There's no army. It's not even a country, dude. It's an occupied territory. Like it's not the same, dude. Just first say, make clear that it's not the same, and then go from there and just be like, I don't like collective punishment. I don't think you should do like carpet bomb cities because of Hamas. And then they're gonna ask, well, how do you get rid of Hamas? And then you say, I don't think you should get rid of Hamas. I think you should look at the underlying issue. Done. Why is Hamas created? That's what you should look at. And that's how you get rid of them. Because otherwise, there's gonna be a new Hamas V2, V3, right?
Dude, is the height of
Stick
is
on
the
topic.
height
Stick on
is the- is the-
topic.
is-
Stick on
and to
topic.
call all the
Stick
British
on
people
topic.
who
Stick on
defeated the
topic. Stick on
Nazis,
topic. Stick on
defeated
topic.
the Nazis.
Stick on topic. Stick on
Stop
topic.
interrupting me.
Stick
Who
on topic.
defeated the
Please let each other
Nazis,
speak.
war criminals,
Stick on topic.
his parents, all the
Bro,
other
every
people,
time
war
one of them
criminals,
does something like,
everybody
okay,
else-
the other guy's an idiot.
If I was Piers, I'd be like, like Mohammed, shut up.
Literally, man.
is wrong. No, let me.
He does it and then he does
Let
it.
me-
I'm like,
let
oh
me
my
interrupt
god, the
you.
other guy's an
Clear.
embarrassment. Then Muhammad does. I'm
Muhammad's-
like, oh my god, dude. What are you doing?
Hijab trades in falsehoods 300 to 1. What are you talking
100
about?
to 1.
And now he
I
says
said 100 to
now he
1.
says the Jews are about to kill 3 million Palestinians.
I didn't say they're about to, I said
the
if.
fact that this man considers
You don't
himself an
understand.
Oxford academic. I was a rabbi at Oxford University for 11 years. This
you
is a
graduate from there? Did you
travesty.
graduate from there?
This is a
let me-
travesty.
Wait a minute.
Did you graduate from any university?
I have a rabbinical
Did you
degree.
graduate?
Let me answer.
You excommunicated.
Let me answer.
Doesn't
Let me
matter.
answer.
Were you
Let me
excommunicated,
answer.
right? I swear you were excommunicated
Let
from
me.
the
I am a
right,
rabbinical.
I like, is this like?
I'm not
listening to
scared of
kids,
you.
man?
Honestly,
Can I speak?
this is pointless.
Go on.
Rabbi Shmuley, is there a limit to the number of civilians in Gaza that Israel can kill to try and
That's a
eliminate
good question.
Hamas?
That's a great question.
Yes, there is.
What's the
Thank you,
limit?
but let me ask you.
Not even one. Not one beautiful Palestinian child.
Buddy,
Hamas
dude.
kicked out Mahmoud
That wasn't my
Abbas.
question.
And not one should have to die. What the answer to your question is that Hamas, if they surrender unconditionally, then
Which they're not
all of
gonna
that.
do.
Okay, fine.
But is there a limit?
Then let them allow all the civilians.
Is there a
Israel's-
limit?
He's just holding the phone.
Dude.
Israel said that all the civilians can leave. All the civilians should go south. They begged them, and that's something that militaries never do. Churchill did not tell the people in Dresden, "Come on." And you see, you came with all your notes.
We get the point.
I'm not here.
We get the point, Mohammed. I get the
This
point.
is
I get
all.
the point.
This is all proof that he can't debate me. So he has to use these
Rabbi-
images. Debate me. We
Rabbi
didn't ask
Shmuley-
you to come on with all your exhibits.
Rabbi Shmuley, let me ask you a question. A member of the cabinet in Israel was actually quoted as saying that nuclear weapons were an option that Israel could use. No one's ever confirmed Israel has nuclear weapons. It's long been suspected. That seems
This is what I'm saying.
pretty
Israel
clear
says a lot of
Why are you
shit
against nuclear weapons?
hang on.
behind the scenes that gets leaked, and then they're like, "Oh, well, no, these are face pieces." Behind the scenes, like, dude, we need to get rid of them. How do we do it? But then they like present it like, "Oh, we're getting rid of Hamas." But then like 20 years later, now they got rid of Hamas, and I was like, "Well, there's a new group," and you know, over time they're all dead. Oh, where'd they all go? That's their goal, man. Why are none of these Arab countries taking them? That's why I said it was a self-report, because that's their ultimate goal, to get rid of them. Why is he thinking, why did none of the Arab countries take them? On the map, remember? That's their ultimate motive. That's behind the scenes. They're talking about nuking them, getting rid of them, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's so much of that leak shit from head. Like, imagine, like, Trudeau leaking that he wants to get rid of. It's just like, you're trying to get rid of them, bro. That's the problem.
Then why are you against
So
Let
nuclear
me
rude.
ask the question. Let me ask.
No, but
the
why are you
question.
against it?
I've done this before, this job. Let me do it.
Go on.
Okay?
I'm sorry. I've done this before. Let me do my job.
Let's see.
Sorry,
let's
that
see
was
what
just
he
funny
says.
to me.
So when that guy says that, if you're living as an innocent civilian in Gaza, what the hell are you thinking? That an Israeli government member threatens the use of a nuclear weapon,
Right.
which would obliterate pretty much all of Gaza and everyone in it.
Thank you for the question. If that were true, why hasn't Israel used nuclear weapons against Nasser when he
No, it's
invaded?
true that-
Well, hold on.
it's true that-
What?
Dude, what? That's such a what if, man. Oh my god.
Then
bro.
why haven't we used it yet? If we had this, that's
Like, I
that's
don't know, man.
that's a weak cop out. I think.
That's
man.
terrible, man. That's terrible.
Well, we
That's
haven't
terrible.
used it, so therefore, like, we don't have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like a fallacy at that point? I don't know what you
That's-
call that.
I don't know what you call that, but it's like having a gun and being like, "I'll fucking pop you in the face." And I'm like, well, didn't you say that? And it's to somebody who you're like, no, I'm not trying to kill their whole family. I'm just trying to kill the guy. But I'm going to shoot them all in the face, the whole family. I'm like, well, I haven't done that. It's like, but that takes away your whole stance where you're like, I'm just trying to like surgically. Are you? Nuking is not surgically, man. It's like blowing the whole region up, man.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
fucking crazy.
This guy
Yeah,
threatened
and the,
it.
and the answer.
And
the
also, they
answer is
haven't
no. I
nuked because
know the
it
guy,
wouldn't
and
work. They're too close, bro. You can't. They physically, they cannot. It's like you can't do that. It's like trying to nuke like a city. Like they're like it's within each other. It's like a province of Israel. Technically, it's like within. You can't. You're gonna fuck yourself up. You cannot nuke yourself. Man.
spoke to him about it. His name is Amichai Eliyahu. Israel has
Against Nasser,
never
preemptive,
carpet
preemptive.
bombed any
Against Nasser was
Arab.
preemptive.
Hang on, Mohammed.
1967 was preemptive.
Ever. Now.
1967 was preemptive.
He was asked a question by a provocative interview, and he said, well, if you're going to bomb the same thing, it was like it was a Mohammed Hijab type. You want to kill all the Arabs, 3 million people, just drop a bomb. He said, well, if you want to drop a bomb, drop a bomb. He was being dismissive and stupid, and he put out a statement the next day saying that never in history would the Jews ever even contemplate doing that. Let's remember one thing. The only place in
the day before
Middle
he-
East,
Samson
Piers,
option.
The day before he
the only
did
place,
contemplate
the only
using it.
place in the Middle East where Arabs have any freedoms, Israel. The only place where they vote openly, Israel. The only place where Palestinian women can dress the way they want, Israel. And let's be clear, when
That's actually
when
sort of
Mohammed
true-ish,
Hijab
I
gets up
think.
and says that we Palestinians want to be a religion of death, you know, I just got a haircut coming here
didn't
by an
actually
Arab
say
barber
that.
here.
Sorry, he's like, yo, I just got a haircut. That's so unrelated.
Oh, by an
And he
Arab
said to me,
barber.
I hope you defeat this guy because he doesn't represent us. We want to live. We want to have good lives. We want to be religious.
All
We
right.
want to eat
Let me
halal.
ask-
But we
all
don't
right.
want to die for
Let me-
martyrdom.
Calm down,
You
calm
are
down.
not a
Let me
Muslim.
shake
You're an Islamist.
Stop it.
You're
Let
an
me ask
Islamist.
Mohammed. Let me ask Mohammed a question.
calm
Let me ask.
That was a
Mohammed
pretty
question.
good take on his
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
there.
Hamas has 240
See, you watched my
hostages.
debate last week.
Stop.
Hamas has 240 hostages they took, including babies.
Sure.
Are we gonna do
young
this whole
kids,
Sure.
grandmothers
Pretty
who
long,
survived
man.
the
It's a long,
Holocaust.
yeah.
I mean, and
Let's
on-
fucking wrap it up type shit. Let's
we're-
let Hamas and let
We're
this fucking
already
guy
at an
talk,
hour
and then we'll
and
wrap
10
it.
minutes.
All right, let this guy talk, and we'll wrap
unspeakable
it.
further criminal
It's
act.
like
We
way
can
too
agree,
long, man.
right?
Of course.
Why should Israel agree to any ceasefire so long as those hostages are still being kept hostage?
Look, my position is very clear. They should fight man to man on the
They
ground.
are.
On the ground.
Well, they are.
That fighting.
That's exactly what they're doing.
That fighting,
Piers,
no
let
one
him
can.
talk,
This is
Mohammed, that's exactly what they're doing.
I know.
Man to man, they took hostages.
Excuse me.
Bro,
They
they're
took
not letting him
He's
talk.
He's asked me the
Yeah.
question.
Let him answer
took
the question.
infants
Let him
hostage.
talk,
answer the
man.
question.
You're getting excited
you.
here. I know it's your sexuals
you know-
implying you're the sex
No, no,
rabbi.
no.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Gone sexual.
literally.
Now you're back
The
to
sex
my
rabbi.
sex
Leave
life.
it.
You're getting overexcited.
Leave
Get
it,
your head out of
please,
my
Mohammed.
We're getting over
It's
it.
of a topic.
beneath you.
Let him. I want to know
Let
what
me
he's.
ask the
disgusting,
question.
honestly.
You guys answer.
Please.
Mohammed, answer my question. Why, if you're Israel,
Yeah,
would you ever agree to a ceasefire if those hostages aren't released?
I'm telling you what my position is. My position is man-to-man combat.
Which is what they're doing now.
No, that part of it is understandable. Do you understand?
That's what they're doing.
No problem. But what I think is not understandable, what is not acceptable, because you said what's a proportionate response? That's the question you keep asking everybody. My answer to you is a proportionate response is one where in which the ratios are not 100 to 1
That's
on the.
your invention.
Excuse me, please.
Where does that come from?
I'll
What's
tell
your
you what.
source?
Okay,
Tell me the
excellent.
source. Tell me the source.
IDF.
The
I can't go your
IDF.
time.
Yeah, sure. Tell
Can't
me
go your
when.
time.
When did they say it?
They said it-
I know all the IDF
No, no, you
spokespersons.
don't.
I
I
know
know it.
Jonathan
Daniel
Conricus.
Hagari.
Daniel Hagari said what? When?
Okay, so let
What
me
did he say? You're horny?
Excuse me.
When did he say we're killing Palestinians 100 to 1?
10 days ago, and it's mentioned on a website. I'll tell you
The
a website.
truth is, they don't-
I'll
we
tell
don't-
you.
He never said
No, no,
this
no,
is
no,
wait a
pure
minute.
Hold on.
fabrication.
Let me finish. You asked me the
Which
source.
website?
You
Which
asked me the
website?
you
Go
asked me the
ahead.
source.
Which website?
You asked me the source.
Al Jazeera?
No, no, no.
Is it
Bro, just imagine they start fucking each other.
I know, man.
The
Problems are
the
solved.
sexual tension's very high.
I think Mohammed Hijab would be the top here, honestly. That Shmuley looks like you give some mean head, man. You know what I mean?
You've asked me a question, right?
Figuratively
You scared to
and
hear the
literally, bro.
response. Okay, the
Those
response is
fucking
as follows.
eyebrows,
The
man.
Guardian has reported that the IDF have said that in terms of the numbers
Mohammed
of
Hijab probably is a
Hamas
fucking
that have
fat
been
show,
killed.
dude.
I'm answering this question.
I know.
The Hamas that have been killed. They say, quote unquote, dozens. Now listen.
That was
Hamas
actually-
or
wait a
civilians?
minute.
You said
Absolute
civilians.
soda
Wait a
can,
minute.
man.
You said civilians.
Wait a
Well,
minute.
I'm telling you, where I got the 100 to 1 ratio.
Mohammed.
100 to 1 ratio comes from
invented
this.
it.
The numbers have
There's
dramatically...
invented it.
10,000 civilians.
Bro, this is a
numbers-
shit show, man.
Why
Okay.
don't you call
Let
him
me-
out on
More than
anything? He has
let me-
no
more than
sources.
100.
He has
No one can hear what
primary
you're
sources.
saying.
Okay.
Let me respond to him.
This is a blood
Let me
libel,
respond.
Piers. The
I'm
Jews
about-
have a right to respond
I'm about
to a
to
blood
question
libel.
him.
It's a blood libel.
Here's the reality. I read that report. That was about at least 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
right?
10 days ago.
The numbers have changed a lot.
Yes, they have.
Israel now believe they've killed a lot more Hamas. But they don't know exactly how many, because actually, how do you tell on the ground
By the way,
sometimes
Piers,
to a
one
Hamas
thing.
fighter and a member of the
can I say
general
something?
population?
Do you know, according to the IDF, and we've done a study on the names that they put on X, they had 1,280 names that they put on X, and according to Haaretz, they put Haaretz is as you know is a left-wing newspaper in Israel. They also put the names of those who have been killed. Guess what? According to them, 340 military have been killed, which means Hamas's ratio of combatant to non-combatant is 3 to 1.
All right.
Imagine Hamas is doing a better job in protecting civilians than Israel. 3 to 1 versus 100 to 1.
I would say that Hamas, by what they did on October the 7th,
100 to 1 versus 3 to 1.
Wait a minute.
Maths.
Wait a minute.
Maths.
Wait a minute. Ordered by doing what they did, they ordered de facto the disintegration of northern Gaza that we're seeing.
Of course. And all the civilians
and the
suffering,
deaths.
of
Have you
course.
seen
And the
this?
deaths
Okay,
of
this is fucking
thousands
stupid,
of
man. This
civilians.
guy's saying like
They
they're
knew
focused
what
on
was
the
gonna
real thing.
happen.
It's like starting from October 7th, the whole situation was already unfair because, you know, like, it's like, bro, imagine I'm like taking your home bit by bit. And like, you know, I'm like, well, on October 7th, it's like, bro, but you've been taking my house for like 70 years, man. Like, why don't we go a little bit further? But yeah, if you're starting from there, I guess, you know, Hamas started this thing. So they're owed the, whatever. Let's see these comments.
Thank you, Piers, for being a guest on their show.
Like, seriously, man.